Well, hello everyone, it's me Vicky, your content coach, and welcome to my excellent podcast series, Grow Your Business. I hope that you find it inspiring, and please remember to subscribe while you're here so that you don't miss out on any useful advice or business knowledge. And you can also follow me on all the major socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. Well, hello and welcome back to my new Grow Your Business podcast series. This is aimed at all of you business owners, self-employed folk and entrepreneurs out there. I want to use my almost 10 years of experience in business now to help you grow your own business with stories and tales and tips from my self-employed life. Now, today I wanted to give you some real actionable tips that you could take away with you and put in place in your own business. Being involved primarily in online content and digital marketing, I tend to get super nerdy about SEO, websites and buyer's journey and knowing how they all affect your business and increase your online presence in general. Now, one thing I do for prospective and inquiring clients is to do a free review of their online channels so that I can then in turn make recommendations for them to improve. Now, they'll often come to me saying things like, oh, Vicky, my website is doing absolutely nothing for me. Or I'm getting no traffic or inquiries through my website. Or, I don't know why I bother with my website because I get all of my inquiries through Insta anyway. Now, most of the time, it's because they're doing absolutely nothing with their website. I don't think people realise that, websites take work and Google loves fresh content. So if you're not putting anything or not the right things on your website, but you're posting on your Instagram every other day, then no wonder you're getting all of your inquiries and activity on there. That just stands to reason. So today, I want to give you 3 actionable tips for you to kind of take away, take on board and kind of implement within your business so that you can start seeing results from your website in the next couple of weeks. Now, just a little disclaimer here, of course, digital marketing can be a very complex and skillful thing. So I just want to sort of say that, making 3 changes won't get you to the top of Google rankings or anything, but it is a start. And most importantly, they are actions that will help you to understand your site better. It'll help you understand what sort of things your site needs so that when you need to make changes to it in the future, you know a bit more about the sort of the back end of your site and what search engines require. So number 1 is your homepage or landing page. I always say that you should think of your website like you would your home. Now, bear with me on this one. Now, if you were to invite someone to your house for dinner, for example, you wouldn't just expect them to turn up at your house with no front door and leave them wondering how to get in, would you? No. You would have an attractive front door or at least one with your house number on it so that they would know it was yours. Then you would greet them, thank them for coming, take their coat, guide them through to the living room, for example, offer them a drink, tell them where the loo is if in case they need that later on, for example, and all that sort of stuff. You do that so that they have a great first impression of your home and you, and that they're not left wondering where to go or what to do next. They're going to have a much better experience at your house and feel welcome, and they're more likely to come back and tell other people how good your house is. So basically, your site is just like that. I would say have not only an attractive homepage, but one that tells people what they should do next. If people have to spend any length of time, and we're talking only a few seconds here, figuring this out, then it's going to be frustrating for them and they're going to click off, they're going to lose interest, they're going to go elsewhere, or just not remember you, which I think is probably worse. They need to be led around your site with, buttons, graphics, attractive images, that sort of thing. So when you put this into action, bear in mind what goal you want to achieve with this particular page. For example, with one of my other businesses, my wedding floral business, the aim on that site for me is to eventually get people to fill in the online inquiry form. So there are at least 3 points on the homepage where the user is clearly directed to the inquiry page. There is a button at the top in the header section. There's a link a little bit further down, and then there's an image further down at the bottom that you can click on. That takes them straight to the inquiry page. Then there's also clear instructions as to what other things they can do as well. So if they would prefer to sort of click on to view the photo gallery first, or look at the testimonials, that they might want to just be on my site to look at my work first and check me out before they inquire, which is absolutely fine as well. But on those gallery pages, I also have buttons to direct them to my site. It's kind of, you like what you see here? Great. Inquire, and it's really easy for them, and they don't have to search all over my site to wonder how to get in touch with me. It really is all about the user's experience with your sites, and in fact Google algorithms reward sites with good user experience. So if your site is taking too long to upload, like longer than a few seconds, and the people are just, for example, just viewing one page on your site and then going straight off it, then your bounce rate will be higher, and that indicates that they're not having a good experience. You want people to sort of keep on your site longer. I always say, keep your website sort of sticky, lead them around your site, keep them on there for longer, make people fall in love with what you do, and make it super easy to get in touch. So bear in mind when you're making these changes what your goal is, and adjust your page accordingly. So keep the page attractive, engaging, welcoming, and reflective of your brand, and as I said, make it easy for people to know what to do next. Now, number 2 is to create some sort of an opt-in email to build up your email contacts. And this could take the form of many things. People don't like to give away their email addresses for no reason. So creating something like sign up to my newsletter, or sign up to this event before such and such a date and get an early bird discount. Or, like what I have on a couple of my other business websites. I have subscribe to my site and receive your free Smart Goals template. Enter your email address and get your free wedding planning guide. Things along those lines. And I'm sure we've all been in that position before, haven't we? Where we, you'd hate giving over your email address. You feel like you're just going to get spammed, or things like that. But if people are benefiting from putting in their email address into your site, not only are they likely to, it's more likely to keep them on your page for longer, because they're going to feel like it's more beneficial to them, and it's their sort of page, so they want to investigate further. But it gives them a great impression of your company as well. They're going to have this this early bird discount, or this free template, or free guide, or whatever it is you're giving in return for this email address, and they're going to look at that and they're going to think, yeah, I remember them. They were a very helpful company. I'm going to come back to them again. But more importantly for you, it helps you to build your email list and helps people kind of keep on your site for longer. Thirdly and finally is your SEO. And now a lot of people have their websites through these sort of template website builders, such as Wix, which is what I use because that's my absolute favourite. I feel like I have control, as much control as I need with that. But there are many others, such as Squarespace, WordPress, and GoDaddy, so on. Now, one thing that can easily be done to increase your web presence and rankings is to go into each page of your site and make sure they all have an SEO title and description. Now, These are just to explain for anyone who doesn't know, who's listening. These are behind the scenes things on your site. These aren't something that the user sees on your site. So you will have to go into your Wix or whatever it is that you particularly use, and you would have to go into each page on that, into the appropriate section, and enter an SEO title and description. Now, everyone's site will be different, of course, but so I would recommend you research that a little bit. But it's definitely worthwhile doing. Now, be descriptive about what's on the page as well. Every single page needs a different title and description. You can't just use the same one across every single page. It does physically allow you to enter that if you wanted to put the same one, but it really wouldn't benefit the end user. Basically, if you are appearing on search engines, if someone is looking for, an accountant in your area, then you want to appear on that search result. But if you have, if a page comes up that isn't relevant to that search, then that's not going to be very beneficial to them, and they're not going to click on it. So be descriptive about what's on each page and use keywords and phrases that are appropriate to that. So let's say, for example, if you're an accountant and you have a page on your site about understanding HMRC obligations. So the title on that page could be something like what your HMRC obligations are in a small business. The description could be something along the lines of, read our guide to helping UK small business owners and limited companies understand their HMRC obligations. Or if you work in a specific area, or you want to target a particular area, then you could type something in addition to that. So, accountants in Manchester, for example. I think that's particularly important if you do work in a particular area, because if you were searching for if you want to appear on searches for accountants in Manchester, but you're coming up on searches for accountants in London, then that's not going to really work for you. Now, exactly how you do this will, like I said earlier, depend on your site. What you do on Wix will differ from what you do on WordPress, for example. But I would recommend that you research how to do this SEO sort of health check on yours and carry that out, as it will help you rank higher in the search engine results for the right searches. So just to sort of recap a little bit, tip number one is to create a welcoming homepage that's reflective of your brand and has call to actions such as click here or check out or go shopping. You need to lead people around your site. Secondly, create an email opt-in. So, this is great for keeping people on your site for longer. It gives them something in return, but it also lets you build your email contact list, which is great for reaching people in the future. And finally, SEO. So as I was just saying there, make sure each of your pages has the correct SEO title and description using keywords and phrases that you want to target. So hopefully, with a mixture of these three tips, you will in 2-3 weeks or so see some results on your site. It does take a little while to change organic search results as opposed to paid results, but I think it'll really benefit you and give your site a great boost. Thanks for listening, everyone. Well, thank you so much for listening all the way through and reaching the end of my podcast. I really do hope that these episodes help you to grow your business and help you thrive on your journey as a small business owner. And if you want to find out how I can help you grow your business through a mix of great, effective content and expert business coaching and advice from an experienced business owner, that's me, then get in touch through my email hello@thecontentquarter.co.uk.